ᓄᕕഅᓗइథ ᓄᕕᓗイథ Dodie Malegana, Uvagut Uvagut ᓄᕕഅᓗइథ ᓄᕕᓗकुৎ Inuvialuit Pivalliajut 2026. Uvagut Inuvialuit Pivalliajut ᓄᕕഅᓗइథ ᓄᕕᓗकुৎ ᓙᒪᒃᓪᓕഅᓪ ᓙᒅᒂ ᓙᒪᒃᓪᓕअᓪ ᓙᒅᒂ Wednesday Monaglan Katimanekut. Uvahin Daudaganekut Katimarani. Any more comments and discussions on that topic?
Good. My portion is on the drum dancing. As you all know that we have our drum dancing programs in all communities, and all communities have their own dialect and ways of dancing in the movements and the songs that they make up, and that we should always be welcoming to them and accepting to all the ways that they do their dance, song and dances. Within the 42 directors, they had a wonderful drum dancing, and also yesterday you heard about the Givgik, and I think we'd like to hear and see more input on the people who have concerns or questions about that. Tahamuna kilaw jang nikullo mumang nikullo atoga ngatalo kilaw jaga ngatalo nuna lapting ni ala ni siksiyong mata inilat Inuit ay mabin ataw hilanik ᓙᓪᓕഅᓪ ᓴᖅကိᔮկauṭ aklawig lupaula torlu saksa palo Inuvialuit ᓙᕗᓅ ᓪᓗकुৎ malung nikpikakto ᓴᖅကိᔮקauṭi지ᔲᓅ walinang miuniglo taimatid ᓄᕐ talvuna Inuit pihiniglo atutainiglo numiuhiniglo tamainik pikpagiyakautin nakuyukkut ilihaktukkautin tainit ilani alangaviaktuugalo at kihimik tahamunalo ilihimayakhavut uqauhivut atauhiqtuni nanginman atauhiaqhutalu hamani katimavaktugut numangnikkun tamna alianaqpiaqtong ilihimayuvut tahavkuat tadsa hivulliuq tauliqtun qilaucaqtunilo numiqtunilo inutquangungin mata aquangungin mata ilangin atoqtatik taivakugillu numiqpaggugillu kaarriimaittuming taimaatut kaarripkarnahuqitpaggugit hunamik atuleraangata hunamik atoqtun qanoqtun numiqtu tahapkununa pinahuqitpaktaqaluavut tamahita tahapkuan taimaatullu tahamuna oqaqpiangittuugalua tahapkununa pitquhiitigut qanuqtut pingmangaa takia atuuliormangaan qanuqtu numiqpangmangaan nakitahamna atuutqaayuq kinamun atuutaayoq hunamik atoqtoq taimaittunik katimaqayuayuin matatahamnattauq atauhiq pitjagumaaq maktavut taimaatullu ilahausiyut amingaariumi vagumavlugit nunalaaptingni taimaatullu atauttimungaqpaktillugit atauttimung numiqatigiiqpaqquvlugillu hamani nunakputmi ISRmi nunaptingni katimagaangaming nutanik ayuakautivlutik inmikkut pivang mata tahap kuallo atokpaktay tahamani qilalugaxiulegaangamik iqaluggiulegaangamik kablatalagaangamik qanoqtunhunamik pitqohermingnik atulegaangata apeqquutiqaruffi nibliutiqaruffi nibliinnarialik.
Kuyanayni sanikpiaq uqaqavikaq kununa uwanga Maymakilina Shirley Elias uqallarniaqtunga ilisimajapkut tamat kununa aqrajjutittigun ilavut ippaqangangaaniin aippaanganit qianingaaniin inullaqtillugit iipurtingmiaq ilisimajaqput aqupatlu kitullutaima ayummaniktuat ilavut illaqtillugit uvani IRC katimaviani uvani atuusiqivaktuani tamat kununa aqrinim kun tamat kununa ami uqausiinnik tungaitigun ilisaqatiillaqtuta aglaqtillugillu aglaqtiptingnun uvani nalunayaq taqaluavut 15-20 kiaq atuutit sannaikavut taima aasiin kinguvakkut katitsukluta uqariaqaluaqtuanni aglaan katit qingitlaktugut tasipani atuut tamatkuat sannaayaqaptigit taamna utiquyaqaluaqa atautsimi ilisaqatigillapsaarluta atuutit iqiniitigun tainiitigun Inuvialuit atuutaitigun kuyanayni.
Uminga hivulliqijagniariga mikinngaqma atortuat arriluatautiktuaqmagikka iloqatannigiaktuguta arриluat anarriluanik qinirtuaqqimalugut mikilulaungapta arriñaqmanna ilihimaqqaaqan iñuk ilihimaqqaaqani qanuq aulaniartilaakani atormata taamnak tapula nutaqqanun nutaanun ilitsuqipkaaglaq qanuq aulanniarni tilaaklaminngik nutaqqat nalulaqtut pangmapak ilitsuqipkaaruftigi Jake ipanmik pihuukkangat aqlarvingmi arraharamata qinirtuariitka mikilulaungaarmakitavra qinirtuaqapki na Jake ipana isirman atuutiqartut atauhimik atuutili Jake ipan iseqqami aalaakki arraliguner raatsiapiaqtautikkivaunnaassia nali tautikkimahinnarikki Jake ipan arriluaq arrilerpapiaq ittua haunailaala aqarkami Iñuk arrilgunet qoortaamna Jake ipan isirmantavra arranñamik ilihimalut humik aullaarnihaaqlanginnik Jake ipan ilihimakkangamik Yeah. Jake ipinagalaing kaktok. Yeah. Tam na kulelo. Nutakat mat ko ᓪᕗකුት atutik mo kitakliwi Beverly Shirley
Marie.
who
Marie.
oh yeah ilichak kanya kalok tawo time ni kaktik patigut
Okay.
isawit nga ako time ako tapos mga aglan
Aglak si Mayok. Si Mayut. Aglana. Ayayagit. Ilingi. Tapos.
yeah
Diamond.
tap ko pimahang na
Diamond.
We have been here before that.
Albert. Yeah. That was with Marie. But when we went to ᓪᕗεμουութ, you and Albert. Eunice. Yeah.
kuya nak
Marie, you were involved with the one Shirley was mentioning about translating and documenting the drum dance songs. That was with ᓄᕕഅᓗᐃథ, Shirley. Yeah, that was done here at the cultural center, and Marie was helping you guys. And
About 15 or 20 songs.
yeah, they're all documented and they're here, like put away somewhere.
I have some.
And also, I went to түᓵᕋ� and we recorded songs, translated them too. About 10 songs with түᓵᕋ� drummers and dancers. Albert and Shirley was there too. And Eunice, Nasura, Betty, Lias, Joe and his son, and Laga and Josephine. Huh? And Aaron, Felix. Yeah, there was a bunch, and they're all like they're sitting, waiting to be the ayaya parts to be incorporated. We just did the words and what they meant, what they're saying. Then a lot of it was done too at the regional drum dance gathering that was held here at Inuvik. I don't know what year, a few years ago. There was big groups from each community, and they did a lot of drum dancing and recording the songs. So that's a very good opportunity. Thank you, Shirley, for bringing that up from the public, because it's so important that something is done with all that work. And I think there was a plan to make it into books. And have them distributed to the communities for use. That could be one of the priorities. Lucy.
Kanukit isipla mga adidak ay nispoy ingilan imanna ukalayu itu da ilabut mumekta agayak tokta amma agremayot ananagasina agresoyo kablusyalo ananagapiyak agna iksawul sabit kuwit iksikpa kasi iksiwit to adakamnat ananayo kausimalo ukaw tigatingot imanaro alnadon mo ka silumiludalo nisukwito daimanaro agayuk saloni iksiktaw yakatagok Tayo tana ili tagalingilan ang nakimakiksalusigo tayo sabit kupsi tana puyok pagasigo. This is what I said was a long time ago. When we're going to the drum dance, we don't say dancing in Eskimo. Then my grandmother was Mary Group, and she always takes Susie out on the floor. When she's dancing, and she told Susie, all of us I was there, she says, act like a lady. Don't stick your rump out there or butt. She says, when you have motion going on the floor from the door, said, like a wave, your arms not way out there. I said, just movement, charming movement, so people can see there's a difference between a woman and a man. Don't just the way my grandmother, she's a very outspoken person anyway. Maybe that's where I got it. Mary Gruben. Anyhow, it's a lot of that we have to get to know from way back. I was taught from my dad, like there was only three singers to ᓿ티ᕐᒥ우থ. There was Kimikson, ᓪᕕഅᓗइþ, and ᓿᕕᕗΜulegana. So these people, I caught them one time. You can't cut the songs. Inuvialuit. No matter how long the songs are written, Inuvialuit, you can't cut them. Because these people that made the Inuvialuit songs, they didn't use notes. Nobody helped them. They just overnight themselves. They made it like these two ladies. They were young. ᓪᕗഅᓗ, I guess, was kind of whispering, listening to these two young women. It's so nice to be young. At one time, these two ladies were talking. ᓪᕗअᓗ was listening. Next day, they started drum dance while these two ladies were listening. He'd been making a song out of us. Listen, he was sneaking, listening to us talking. So, I mean, things like that, it's for humorous sometimes, but these songs are very important. You shouldn't cut the language to suit yourself or the drums. Just follow, because that was the only time these people made the songs. I do it. Okay, kuya nay. Line.
ᓪᕗअᓗ kuana. Atutit nungutit piiliortauaktuunnartut hulitsuhiin inuutsuhiin anguniaqohiin angugamikluunniin angunginnamikluunniin talva maleruavlugu ukiup qanuqalinninga hunanik anguniaqtun qanuqinuuyun anguvaktullуунниит илаани углут илагинни ангуйуиттут кими ипиғаюитаит хивумун ули пиумиааххутик инуухитик униккаариплугит хутсухитик аванмун атауиринук пихилиорами талва хутсухинни ангутсухинни неқиксарритсухинни иламинун укиупқанеқиннингани kuana uqaqtinnappinga
Uvagut kangeriormi numiuhivut pihivut titiqarrimayavun kihimi ikayortailliortugun Dodie ilangit atokpaktavun puigulerapta hivitumata utaktautallu ilaani inaqimangittun hivitumata uvanilu katimagaangata numernikkun ilaujuinnatta ilihimayumayugut hoqtauqqangeriuarmiut numertiit aatikkiingnapta ᓪᓛnermiullu qangeriuarmiullu inuutiput aatikkiingmata hoq ilaujuittugun hamani katimagaangata ilaujumayugun tahapkuallu pihiillu nipiliorrimayun aatiliurumayavun tigumiartamut iliumaplugin tuhaquplugit inuhaanun tahapkuallu inuutivut outside north of 60 miqanoq ikayorniarpitigin inuujullu ilaujuqaujut numernikkun oqauhiarnikkun ilautquplugit uuktorumayunga. Our drum dance songs, we have some of them transcribed. We need help with publishing. Our songs are really long because in ᓮangeriuarmiut, any song that's there, you can add to it. Doesn't matter. Anyone can add to it. So our songs are really long and they have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And choruses, the ayaya part, we need help publishing and retranscribing. We also would like to be included in the drum dance workshops because we're all the same. We come from the same families, ᓮangeriuarmiut and ᓪᓛnermiut. I'm a product of that. And our north of 60s people, I'd like them to be included in opportunities like this, language-wise, drum dance-wise, food, cultural food and gatherings. I would like our north of 60s to be included in all these opportunities. Somehow we'll figure it out. ᓪᓗकु든.
ᓪᓛ.
Quanananakuhi, uvanga oqaeraalangavipkaluaqpami kangimainnerarpi quana. Numernikkullu atuuhiornikkullu iliharpaktukut ilaptingnin uvangale ilihautiuyutu innama inuuhimninu taqqamnullu ilavalumnullu numerniinnakkun ilihayuittugun ima iliharaangapta nutaqqat piuyauhinniklu ilihaleqpaktugut mallukitarruta atuutit ittut ilavutamaita attiqaruarrugit mallukitarpaktukut imaalu ilapta angajuqqaapta atuutait puigulertavun atoqungnaaqqaptigin kuniluum atuuta puiguyuitaqa maamangma atoqaanginnarpiarpagmagu immilu maimam atuuhiorpaktuqinmigun tahama puiguleertakkaqayaqaluavullu nutaqqapta ilapta atuuhiangit numiutainnaumittukkun. I'd just like to say I like the drum dance and I'd like to talk about drum dancing and dancing too, but I've learned in other ways that the songs I've learned as a child, it's not all about dancing, it's not all about whatever, but there are songs that our parents taught us to remember because a person is a person. So you have to try by juggling 2 rocks or 3 rocks. You have to try and name all your family members playing with the ball. Also, my mom used to make her own songs just to keep herself happy and busy. All those songs I still, so it would be nice to have them recorded as well. Songs from your mother and father. Juana.
Juana Jean, ikaktinangma. Uvagut ilavut atuhiupaktun. Talva mamitjutaunakto. Uvangali iumalioktunga ay pakaluaka pekpagayaga inuviktok ᓄᕕಅᓗᐃþ huilhimalangman. Huliya kamning nalulaktunga. Ihumaptikitaanga. Mam ananattiaga atuhiullannakpat maamagalu. Uvangali atuhioktaaktunga. Atuutiqartungalu qanuqutiuhiqa mamitjutigiyaqa quanaqaalu. I atuhiokta ivuninnuanga atullanniaqita. Iya haiya tonomo samonga ingila ogame kangata ogame aningayo alogle kangi ogarebo. Iya haiya. There's more about 5 verses to it, but I give more time for others.
I've learned a lot from my grandfather and my mom. So my grandfather sang because I grew up with my grandfather. When he died, I moved to my parents, which I didn't even know I had parents. So my grandfather's song is Kinakanna atukallak kya piutat kunilut kut kallutit kut kunilung min ilitaga hayula dutaga. And here's another one I made on my own, being out at camp for 3 months, leaving my kids behind and just traveling around. I wrote it for my mom because I really miss my mom. It goes like this. Ubloriani kilamit tunik takunale rama. Ilat kaliunga hikturit kagilapatka. Ama magait karapku walak bunga. O kausingin lalawin napki. I just make them short because I don't want to sing too long.
I want to say that I've when I was a teacher in a club, we had our 4 elders from community, Alec and his wife and his children. Then we started the drum dancing school. When we started, Alec Gordon, he never ever let me go on the floor. I would sit beside him. I wanted to learn the song so bad. I told him that I'm not gonna dance. I'm gonna learn first. But I never ever get up there. That's one thing that our elders are so precious. 'Cause my grandfather Alan too, he made up a song. Why do I want to sleep? That one. So these songs, they're so special because they're from way back there, and it's passing on down to us. And to know that it was our parents back there, our great grandparents, and all those that not in just one community, but in all our communities, we have respect for our elders for bringing it back up. Because one time in the club, it was just about dead, and we're asked to get our elders in there. And then when we got there, we came across here to Inuvialuit, and we did that going in, and people saw wondering. In 3 months, they learned about 20 motion dances, and we did them in front of here, and they wondered how you guys did it so fast. I said, you have to listen to the songs, and Ali Gordon came up and talked about how important our drum dance is. We can't forget that. It's our part of our background back there. We can't. We have to all our peoples back there. We're just up here alone, but they're back there. So a lot of times we think we're alone, but a lot of times they're back here, and then today they're still with us. I really believe that. Thank you. Believe that.
Ublami, Uvagasakyalak Palatuman, Kuviasuktunga Koyanaini. I'm not as elegant as these beautiful ladies when they talk, but I'm trying to learn. The one thing I wanted to say was so many of our youth, they can remember the song, they can remember the motion. And my Uncle Edward said that if they understood what they were singing, they'd be a whole lot better, to understand the words and the movements they're making. And this is why, I don't drum or I don't dance, but I like to be involved because most of my kids are involved, my grandkids, they're involved with the drummers and dancers, so I try and keep involved with them in any way I can. And it's really exciting that all these songs are becoming translated. Now we have to, in all our communities, make our youth and our kids understand the words to the songs they're singing in them, and then they can connect with the motion. And so it's exciting to hear all this. Thank you.
Short little one. So mom teach me to drum dance because we never see drum dance in sax. And then she started now. So, yeah. She said, put your legs together and quit singing. Ladies, like what Agnes. ᓴᓅကိᔮկauti지ᔪ� dance. Inuvialuit. And you don't sing, she said, when you're dancing, there's already singers there. Because I see that now, it's a free for all. It's a tradition has changed.
Yep.
I thought you were going to comment on my.
Just want to share a little story. Okay. Yes, sir. I was just a little girl when my mom and my auntie would bring me and my younger cousins to the drum dancing practices we used to have with her dad Shepherd and William and Eunice. So it just picked up from there. And one little lesson I learned was that one time we were in Kitty Hall, and I was becoming a teenager then, still trying to, get comfortable, understand what's going on and understand the songs and movements and stuff. And we just had a big performance. And then I was walking away because my Nanak's cousin is David ᓄᕕഅᓗᐃథ, but we knew him as Uncle David because that's Uncle David. Okay, he said Diana, because he couldn't say T, is that? He said Diana, he said no good. And I looked at him like, huh? And then he just did this and kind of walked away, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, so I'm doing something wrong. I have to learn and what's going on. So I kind of asked around, like, do you know, like, am I doing something wrong or that? And then one thing I found was that I got a little older. and I was becoming an adult then. I wasn't doing it for the purpose it is intended for. I was just doing it because, oh yeah, my mom said, okay, come learn this dance, come learn this song. But it wasn't me who was doing it for it. It was just me doing it just because it's there. And that's kind of the lesson I learned afterwards, because I was here in a practice one time, and Lunki, of all people, he said, Ilak, you're doing good, you don't give a... And then I said, what do you mean? He said, when you're dancing, you're doing it from in here, Ilak. He said, I could see it. And I looked at him and I said, huh? And he said, yeah, I could see it. You're doing it for you and for the purpose of the drumming and dancing. You're not doing it just to do it, because there's meaning and there's purpose. And every song that's sung, you're bringing back years and generations from before you to now and carrying it on. Thank you.
ᓴᓅကိᔮկauṭi지ᔪ� нааллахугит кангерсиннараангата ᓄᕕഅᓗиθ анаанаттиама атуута кангерсиюттумик тухарпаккалуарапку кангерситтаалерапку аторта атуухианга нунгуа имайлио аақуарриутиниккама iklarpattu understanding the words of the song when you're singing. I never understood what my grandmother's song was about, my late grandmother, and the first part was about hunting polar bear with her dad and how he got mauled and how she took care of him. And I never understood how come she always laughed at her last verse till I really started listening, and she said, now I've reached my old pension, she said, so that's why she laughs.
Go soothe and Shirley. Inuvialuit. My name is Suzanne Rubin from Pawtuck. I just wanted to share one little thing about my granddaughter. Well, we share this little girl, me and my sister. Her name is Haley. Everybody knows Nolan, I guess, and Jill. And when they got me to babysit her, this was about 2 weeks before we came here. And she said, Granny, do you want me to sing for you? I said, yes, please. And I was sitting on my bed like this. She started singing in the valley, like her dad. I said, wait. ᓴᓅကိᔮկauṭi지ᔪ�. What that mean? I said, I'm going to drum dance for you. So I pretend to stand up. I told her I can't sing that too long. She said, it's good, you could just sit down, I could sing for you. So I start moving, and I pretend to bang my feet like men. She stopped, she says, oh my God, Granny, don't even go that way. Thank you, Kuyanani. I just had to share it.
I really believe all our songs and our drum dance, once we get them down packed, they should be the first ones that everybody should have on their what they have to do and finish up, because all those songs came from our ancestors. And it's not only these ones, but there's also stories tied to the ones that have been told. I was told and defined this word with my great grandmother. It means unipgat, legends. ᓄᕕഅᓗ are today's living documentation that we hear now as we live. ᓄᕕஅᓗ are the modern ones. ᓄᕕᒃᒃ are legends. And so in the legends, we also have some songs. And I like to share it because I thought, gee, of all people, how would I know a legend? And I looked at my mom's story, and just to listen to it and tried, chant it, I found out what that singer was singing. And it goes like this. Once you hear it and understand it, it's gonna ring a tune to you and make you understand what it means. A legend from a long time ago. A person was seen rowing his kayak in the air. I'm really proud of it because she sang it, but there was no drum beat. Now I can put a drum beat to it when I sing it. It goes like this. Aw yaho ang uwang niyak pekanga. Aw yaho ang uwang niyak pekanga. Suniyak peka okiniyak tungakanga. Aw yaho ang uwang niyak pekanga. Suniyak peka okiniyak tungakanga. So if you understood that, the person is up there rowing a kayak in the winter time of all the times. You never see that. And I thought, why is he up there? Well, he's up there because somebody must have made a spell on him. But people seen him every time he appeared to them, whether it was a good day or a storm. And he was just cold. And so one day it became true in the next legend that his dream came true to his word, and he made a loud crash to the ground, and the ground underneath him even broke, and he was able to go in that water where he was singing about and wanting to go back to. ᓄᕕഅᓗ이థ.
That person's name was Koanna. That's my husband's name. He split Horton River with a kayak.
Queen para uvahin nachi nikapta utafaginaktavat. Queen para kuvani agati marugata Inuvialuit tunakahinik angayong nitlu atuktura nitlu angayo kamitlu Inuit pit kuhingatlu kakparaginakagat hin utafaginaktavat 11 o'clock mapan. Adnavalo.
Yeah, you're
30 seconds.
15 minutes.
Sorry, 30 seconds.
utiԥsaarmiyorni katimavik katimak tinginon takunnaktusi Uvagut TV nik tamani Inuvialuit ᓄᕕഅᓗइథ tingni nin katimayot tamani ᓵᖅကိᔮקauti지ᔪᑦ huyanay nakpalok.
Hallelujah. ᓄᕕഅᓗᐃథ will continue talking during the break. There was a couple of people that wanted to share a couple of more things and about the drum dancing. So we'll finish off the drum dancing and then we'll get into the 3 to 5 language priorities of all the things that we've talked about since yesterday. Betty Elias, huna inibekta, kagnektuk algium.
Akana, Kuyanayni, Uvanga, Aligyun, Miss Betty. I come from a long line of drum dancers, like from my Adadak Radikwieksak and from my Ananak Margaret Ganek. And I'm really proud to say that I have learned many songs and dances from the elders past. And one of them was ᓴᓅကိᔮακauti지ᔪথ, who is Annie's father, and William and Eunice Nasolo. So I'm very, very pleased and very happy and thankful that I learned those songs. Some of the songs, a lot of songs that I didn't learn, but still learning today. But I would like to sing one song, which we normally, or we used to sing at the very beginning of each drum dance. And it's about the chief Mangalalok of ស៊�གտույᒃ. He sang a song for his friend Dalana, whom he hadn't seen for a long time. So he wanted to sing a song for him. And when they did start singing and dancing, there were tears of joy. And I would like to sing it. And if you'd like to dance, feel free. It means, I feel like to sing, I feel like to dance for you, my cousin. It's been a long time since I've seen you, so I would like to sing a song for you. Đào lao yao tiếng yên alegi yên ay yang yang ay I need help. Yang
Aliona, Mary, ᓕᕐကိᔮακauti지ᔪথ.
Tuglea tainiata atuutiuqtama aittuutigillagumagillagu anguniartiptanuuvagviat nuvua neqornariuap iya neqornariuble nuvugaluale availepquanuivagvigaluat takuhaqqaliqapko qulbeorivunga iya inamrinille initoqliqaaluit pihuppalernigapkit qunguyorivunga iya quana.
Anybody else? In regards to all the things that we talked about in regards to drum dancing, there's also whaling and fishing camps, berry picking and making culture a priority, and dancing classes and Inuvialuit classes, dancing conference, bringing all dancers together, including ᓱᒃટિᔥ Inuvialuit, berry picking and whaling and fishing camps. Anybody else have any discussions or thoughts about what you'd like included in there that's not in there?
You'll do nice. Like you said, you have 12 fish camps. I've noticed that you have whale fish camps, and this is the best time to bring the children out on the land, because when we're out on the land, we see all different things where we are. And to me, that's how my grandmother, when I started school, like I said, I lost my language, and my grandmother told me that I'm not a white lady and whatnot. I can learn, so I had to relearn my language. And with her, she used to just shake her head sometime, and then I said, "Huna, then not like that." Then she'll show especially with ᓴᓅကိᔮកា우티지ᔪথ. She's the one too. When I got a little older, I lost it in between there. Even if you one word, that's one word. Neachtunga, nengitchunga, I luni. That just that last word gotta change how you say it, right? Because that last one too makes a big change. As long as you learn the main things that you're gonna learn the language. That's how I had to relearn my language. They told me they all change in life. So that's how the elders tell me, because it's the one that really we used to have we used to laugh. I mean, a good laugh, not making fun of me or anything, but she said, "I'm very happy you're learning the language of Sakam." And people laugh at you. Don't feel bad. They're happy in here, knowing you're trying to learn the language. Mm-hmm. Good job.
Mga sabatyak, tamiktun wakarnek tuna. I said I'm gonna speak in English. Mary and I taught for a couple of years for ICC, and we would do the sentences, the ones they wanted to learn, but they never knew about like changing the endings, like Rini said. So the next year we started all the endings, like I will not, I cannot, I did, I won't, And in that 1 month, the students were like the adults there. They were learning to write the sentences, and they were learning to ask each other questions in the language. And their homework is that first day was write a sentence with one of the endings. The next day, new ones. And that really helped if you know what the endings are. Yeah. And then I'm going to go back to drum dancing. Sorry. I'm not one, I never did really learn about the drum dancing. I like to watch it and I won't dance. Because this was years ago when I was really young. I watched some drum dancers, and they go in a trance. You could see it in their eyes. But I asked my mom about it, and she said some of those songs are, they're not, like they're too spiritual. So they go in a trance while they're dancing. And honestly, you could see the eyes, like they just like that. So I quit going to it for a while, but I like to hear the music and I like to hear the drum. And then when that came up one year with the drummers, the young drummers, they started putting new songs in which weren't so spiritual. And you could see that they're really enjoying it. But the thing is that they don't know what they're dancing to. Like they need to know
the translations. If I knew translations, I probably would dance because I don't know what I'm dancing to. Sure, they explain it at the beginning, but really short. And that song could go long. You need to know every sentence, what it means. So when they start teaching drum dance, especially to the younger kids, they should also teach them the language and translate it to what it means. Because I'm now an elder and I'm just finding out what they mean, some of the words. And while I was young, I used to think, gee, I wish I knew what they're dancing to. Sure, they could be dancing to hunting and fishing. But what does that motion mean? What does that motion mean? You know? So if they could really understand it, then they're going to really enjoy it. It's like the language, if they could understand it, or if they could pronounce it and know what it means, then they'll really want to learn more. Yeah. Thank you.
I don't drum dance too. I could. I just love. I like following music and stuff. And Divana, when I watch drum dancing, the people tell a story, and a lot of it is what you're doing out in the land, dealing with animals and stuff. So animals have a spirit, strong spirit, and when you see that person dancing, especially with about animals, I just get a shiver. I just get a shiver in my back. Like it's so good. I don't have a scared feeling. I just get a shiver. Just so good to see them move because they're telling like a strong story. That's right.
I think that's a really good point, Clara. And to you know, to teach people what they're singing about, but because you know you could have fear for what you don't know.
Yeah.
But I think it's all good, no matter what they're saying, even if it's spiritual, because spirituality is good.
I was allowed to go to one or a couple of the BDEC meetings in September, and we talked about changes, like how can we move forward with our curriculum, and that one of the things that was brought up, our history could be brought into the school instead of learning about Eric the Red and all those Vikings and whatever. And also all the storytelling could be used, for health, math, like the days of the weeks, and we could start using our history to teach in school. And it was written down. We're hoping that it's going to be brought up. Because we have a lot of history. And from that, they could learn science, math, health, like the traditional, what you call medicine, that's health. Yeah, and the history of exploring, how they make this, how they make that. I think that would be more what our students need to know. Same time in school, they're learning about our history, and yeah. I hope you get me.
And I didn't realize, but You and your sister beside you, you're the daughters of the the famous dancer Jake. Fun. Yeah, you guys, I bet you're just good at it already.
Konak pe ako tamapting nun at tumayok, matipting nun timipting nun, pitkohipting nun, kawi mayapting nun, tahap ko nang kingulipting nita atulaktak kon hiwulipta atuakaining, or am I going backwards? Hiwulipting nin, hiwapting nun, kingulipting nun, tahap ko at ilihimagalwakogit rituals niglutay lakpagtay taniktut apang malo nanukablo kihalume ihagutinahwalarapta ulukhaktume iglupting ninak mumekpagkaluarapta katikkangapta unnularangan taima okakhimayok ᓙᓪᓕഅᓪt piaqtaqa tahapkuan angutainaugaluan qilaujaqtun kihimik aapaga ilimayutuangmat aapagalu maamagalu nanugarlu qilauchanik katuliqpaktun atorruting Uvagut nangiqtugun hivullarmik haavinnahualeraangapta unniutiwaktaatigun aarnan ingutaajuittut tunngavaktut tunngavingmingni nunamutunngagамing tunngajutahapkuan aarnat tunngaviugamik nutaqaliorrutik nutaqqat anikkaqaalugit pamerrugit inunngortittugit pivakkamigin tunngajun taimaatut inuuhiptingni aarnan hakuikpiartuugaluat in our family, but I think it might be all over too. Angutittauq anguniajukkamik ingutaajuptut quyaginnaq nuuqattarrutik mumeraangamik anguniartiugaming tahapkuat muqauhiit ᓙᓪᓕഅᓪtatka kihimigu arnat atauhiinnarmi nakiqtuming nangerrutik like the pillar of the family and taimaittumiguuq numeqpaktuugaluat haavinnahualeraangamik ihumaliuquvaktaatigut qanortun aarnan numeqpaktut qanortuttaa anguti numeqpaktut hivullermik aullaqigapta qeratayuming numeqpiarpaktugut ajuerraleraarruta mumiggaaleqapta iqqajaqqalliajutun innapta ᓙᓪᓕअᓪtatka kajarrittiangit kaangat timi qeratayurai kajarrileraangat tahamnakatuut qanorrila malileraangan timiguuq iqqajaqqalliavluni iqqaittut ayuittut takunnarpiartunumiqtuni quanaqquhitaamna uqaria uqarumainarrugu nineqqu.
We've got a couple of minutes left.
Anyone has a 2-minute song?
2 minutes.
Let's all sing a song together.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Try to fahak natin. We've got 2 minutes left. Or 1 minute.
You want to say something?
Yeah, about drum dancing. What I did was I would collect the songs. I would write them down. First, I try to listen to them, and then I would write them down, and then I would ask for the translations. And just recently, I found a song that I hadn't heard for many, many years. I found it, and and I got it. I had the music. I hear the music on CD or whatever, and then I put the two together, and it's the right song. So I'm learning a new song, and that's a song to wake me up. Yeah.
Can you sing it?
I'm still learning it, but it's something like that. I'm still practicing it, so it's a beautiful song that was my favorite.